I would like to talk to you about trauma. What does it do on us? And how can we then identify with um, whatever society taught you trauma is instead of who you really are and what trauma really actually can be? Um, I was doing a beautiful rebirthing session today, and I went deep, deep, deep into um, a beautiful journey. And at the beginning, at the very beginning, I was shown how I was considering myself, my past, my lives in the past as if they were like something I needed to be saved from, taken away from, as if what happened before not only didn't have value, but ultimately shouldn't have happened. So this idea that the past has been so bad that it shouldn't have happened is something that you carry along and that um, changed the course of your life forever, and your life should have been different. And if the life that you had would have been different, then you would have access to other timelines or way more abundance or way more possibilities. So I was shown this beautiful cave full of amazing minerals, amethysts and quartz and beautiful, beautiful, beautiful gemstones. But on top of them, there was a huge amount of dirt. And looking at that, I felt profoundly sad, like, wow, do I really feel like my life is a bunch of dirt? Yeah, some gemstones, but covered up so much that I can't almost offer anything because everything is buried in layers and layers and layers of dirt. And it felt so sad. It felt so sad. Like I couldn't even um, breathe in that moment. And I thought how many people I worked with that felt the same, like their life wasn't valuable because of what happened. And if I look back, all the reincarnation we had, and I remember many, many of my incarnations, and how many times I remember the trauma and what happened then, considering like this matrix, this 3D dimension, this hologram that we are all in, like a course, like something really bad that shouldn't have happened to us. And so after understanding how tricky and how silly and really damaging was the whole thought of it, the whole stream of um, um, everything that came from that, how was silly to believe all this belief system, all these karmic um, systems, all these contracts that we have taken with ourselves because of the belief that we have about what happened in the past or in those lives. And then all of a sudden in my screen, instead of having this cave full of dirt, I started taking these gemstones and clean them. But then soon after, a big wave of water just came and washed everything away. And all of a sudden, I found myself picking up these beautiful gemstones, but they weren't solid anymore. They were like these multidimensional vibrating tools. that actually creates my biofield. All these tools that I get to share with you, all these tools that you get to share with your family, with your friends, with your coworkers, with your clients. So this beautiful, amazing visualization made me understand how we are misinterpreting everything in a very damaging way. So yes, it's true. Lots of things have happened here, you know, Lemuria, Atlantis, and then all the schemes of the Matrix. And of course, people like us want to help other people to wake up to the reality that it is and shift and understand that this beautiful divine soul is inside every one of us, and we have so many more capacity and so many more abilities that what we give credits ourselves of. And we have been trapped in this karmic wheel, and we have been traumatized over and over again, and we signed up contracts with this energy and that entity and so forth. We all know that. But the way out is not just by thinking that all of this is something we need to throw away. We actually need to honor the fact that we are still here, that we have endured all of that. And to be honest, I don't know if the purpose of all of this is to wake up to our soul, to our Christ self, to our, I have no idea. What I know is that the more I embrace all my lives, the more I embrace this concept that I have had a lot of fun playing in the Matrix, the more I understand that all of that is part of my story, the more everything that I'm carrying becomes a gift to share. And possibly because of that, we can go even faster, supposedly that the time was something important, even go faster to where we need to go, because we recognize that all of that happened. It's part of who we are. So I really, really, really experienced today something that I knew intellectually, which is the integration of the trauma, what we are doing with our beautiful teacher and in our beautiful circle. And each of us is going out there and doing these beautiful integration circles and sessions. Because integration is really this. The felt sense, the witnessed sense of deep life, deep experience that then becomes this beautiful, majestic stone, and all of a sudden becomes like a beautiful energy containing all information, all understanding that only by exchanging with our biofield, we can really pass to each other. So, yeah, if you want to know about really integrating trauma, really integrating the past, whether it's in this life, in 500 lives ago, it doesn't matter. If you really want to break free from all this entanglement, then I I believe this is one really valuable way to do so. And it's so peaceful. So it's actually very peaceful. At the beginning of the session, bringing some kind of feeling into the session may feel like, I don't want to feel that again. I don't want to go there again. I've been there enough time. How many times I was like, I don't want to feel that again. But then if you feel that with people that has been spent enough time in the circle doing this work, then it's like to be hanging out with the most amazing mother or grandmother, or, you know, that feeling of acceptance like nothing else. So yeah, yeah, this is the experience of today, and I'm gonna record another video soon about the other part of this beautiful journey. And I hope this is giving you something to think of, to feel, to integrate, because nothing of your past is something you should be ashamed of. Everything is so valuable. Everything, every little second of every life you have ever lived is precious and important. Maybe difficult, maybe awful, maybe unimaginable to live through, but you're here. And that's what's important. You're here right now, alive on this planet, to share everything you have and everything you are. Sending you a lot of love. Bye.